lovable ragtag group of misfits that sprang up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribelite, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your Zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart Inquisitor.
Sanguine.
Skep, Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Gassy. And I'm Hazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions, and special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Let's be xenophobic, it's really in this year. Let's find a nasty, slimy, ugly alien to fear. There's no more cutesy stories about E.T. phoning home. Let's learn to love our neighbors like the Christians learned in Rome. We know we ought to hate them, they're different, you see. We've seen they're mean and ugly on movies and TV. The folks that ought to know have told us how it's got to be. The gospel truth is found in scenes from Alien and V. Let's wipe out any life form that seems to be a threat. We'll serve them up a genocide they never will forget. 'Cause if we miss a couple, they'll breed a couple more. And soon we'll all be hating twice as many as before. You see, aliens can never be as good as humankind. A more delightful race than us you'll never ever find. So step aside, you star slime, we're ready for your worst. We know you want to beat us, enslave us and defeat us, oppress us and browbeat us unless we get you first.
Good evening, one and all.
Hello! Yeah, sorry, I forgot to hit the unmute button and the Discord. How's it going?
Happy, well fed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't talking about Thanksgiving. Most Sundays, me and my mother get together. I make her breakfast, and then we have a nice family dinner together. It is indeed one of the little joys of my life. Yes, and I think hats off to our fallen hero. Which is basically a eulogy, but we're gonna get a full novel in a couple of months. Well, mere mortals and all. Enough of your Space Wolf hate. If another major Space Marine character would die, I'd actually go with Corseo Khan. Some big epic battle with Imhotep the Stormlord that ends in both of them dying. That's why. Ain't he the schizoid who thinks he's already in a human body again? Evening Warhammer of the Zoo is brought to you by the Minions. Ah. Well, he's got the army for it. I wouldn't be able to say off the top of my head. Proving that another perfect example of Necrons and humans fighting together when the cards are down. As much as a Cesaric might believe that, I don't think he has all the Necrons back behind him again. I don't think they even leave the ashes. Am I wrong? Yes. Now let's... Also didn't his attempt to steal the clone of Horus not go? No, it was not Horus. It was Third Legion. I forget. Yeah, clone of Fulgrim. Didn't that go just terribly too? Yeah. Yeah. The only people I would consider more likely to do that would be the king of the Dracaria and any member of the Homunculus Covenants. Yes. He will stab you in the back, but you just don't know when. Way back in when you had your first run of playing, or did that survive until through 4th and 5th and was it a particularly risque model by modern standards? That'd do it. My view of it is the shitstorm that this sort can spring up, and though this is starting to be proven incorrect, is far more detrimental to most companies than just saying, no, we're just going to sidestep it before it even comes our way. Right. I'd have to give the Martyr Demonettes a look by, but removing the risque parts was a good call. If they didn't replace it with a at least as visually appealing model, and I know that's in the eye of the beholder. Uh, I got nothing for you on that front. I won't go that far. I could see you have passionate opinions on this subject. I've heard 9th edition Chaos Spawn aren't bad. Jesus Christ, GW, put more fast attack in this goddamn codex. What? Oh, some sort of Raptoron. What did you call those stingray demons? Yeah. So, the yeah, the guide, the Thrall Master would cross. Look, the name of these partially mutated Space Marines or their masters. The Then, for example, a possible name for this unit would be Corvidae Thrall Pack. And I'll repitch my idea of a Space Marine on a Screamer. The steed for Slanesh is a disc. Disc riders, then. Disc riders, then. There you go. Even if it's a near carbon copy of, like, the Raptors. Mm-hmm. Well, because Zangors are just so efficient. Minor correction. Minor correction. It is connected to the Bray keyword, and only the troop Zangors have the Bray keyword. I mean, in the resin world, there's this Dreadclaw drop pod, but I don't think that counts. Fair point. Hey, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. But I know I know how it feels playing one of the mini codexes. And in all honesty, that's what it is. Not even a herald? I don't think so. Oh, I've given up on that sort of shit. I hear ya. Now, would you be opposed to a rule in the Thousand Sons Codex that says you can take everything from the Chaos Space Marines Codex, except for obviously other God-aligned units, without breaking monofaction? Yeah. It would definitely shake up the army. Even if it would mean a lot of the army wouldn't even be sorcerers. Every unit. Hmm. I feel that might cause some balance issues. Hmm. And of course, it's a power armored fist to the face, so do the job pretty well in 90% of cases. Magnus was a hipster? doesn't actually and has the reputation to have that effect are separate things, however. Though I believe such idiocy is below most Astartes. What I'm saying is the Power Fist might have gained a reputation for just not working with the Thousand Sons way of war. So they were a relative rarity, and what few followed them into the war have either broken down, been stolen by other legions, or captured from dead Rubrikai or whatever. Oh, you mean in the Heresy they did have a lot of the staples of all 18 legions? Which the damn shame of the Great Crusade. So many worlds didn't understand what fate failing to bend the knee would bring them. Because from my point of view, many of these worlds have lived for thousands of years on their own, no protection. So they think some golden dude comes over and says, bow the knee or be destroyed. Okay, invader number 537, bring it on. Oh, good lord. No, 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 no. Yeah, but you still get my point. There'd be a lot of people that are like that. Mm-hmm. However, the highest ruling class, nope. So many arrogant world leaders probably realized their mistake too late before they got a bolter shell to the head. Yes. However, with others, fuck the bolter, you're getting a chainsword through the chest. Oh, no, no, no. That, in my opinion. To impressive oratory or shows of force. No, for all his evil, he was smart as a whip. Alongside his own insecurities on the matter, but that's a whole other debate. And I was going to say earlier, the Blood Angels Legion is probably the third worst legion to have come to your planet to destroy, followed by the Salamanders and Night Lords. Oh no no. No, 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 no. Yeah, and the reason I put the Salamanders so high is exactly. So he was not as quick as someone like Agra to drop the hammer, but he wasn't as understanding as Sanguinius or Horus. Oh, so if he ran into a world where so many people were just utterly enslaved by a ruling strata, he dropped it almost as fast as Agra. Shit. Yeah. And that's a big part of why he was one of the big wild cards. And which side will he choose? Hmm. I will add a second reason as to why Korax didn't. He wasn't exactly in a position to once the heresy truly started. Mm-hmm. Indeed, and I'll partially agree with Jagatai in his opinion of the Emperor as a tyrant, but he is a benevolent tyrant. But what I mean by that is, especially during the Unification Wars, and less so as you said, but still present during the Great Crusade, typically anyone who wouldn't bend the knee got destroyed. And long, and the 10 millennia since has proven the Emperor right. It and this might sound a little heretical, might not prove his actions at the time to be right. More likely than not, he would have probably sent it to an astropathic choir on like one of the outlying planets of the Sol system. Two-part counterpoint. I don't know how chaotic the warp was at that time, but that it Ruinstorm or not, wasn't warp travel even then not exactly great as far as expedient travel? Like, you want to get there yesterday, you can't guarantee it by traveling through the warp, even then. And there's another reason why the warp was not an option for him to actually go. Zeech would have played shit. Yeah, but what would it have been? A couple hours to a couple days journey of active demon prevention directly? Can the ship take it? Okay, so you might be right. I'm still saying send a message to Pluto just in case. When out of all the options, if he wanted to surrender himself, it would be go to a station or somewhere, and when the wolves came out of warp, say, "Hey, I'm here. Take me." Constantine would have. I will agree to that, begrudgingly. Yeah, he might have held a high position in the Emperor's circle, but you can't exactly backtalk a living demigod. Largely because of Russ's greatest flaw. The fact that once he gets something in his head, he's going. Yeah, I think that was after tearing him little bit, doing Alpha Legion bullshit for a little while. And even if it's not written, it's implied. It's the Alpha Legion. You cannot dissuade me on that. That's exactly my point. They snuck a saboteur into the Imperial Palace to destroy every statue but Rogel Dorns and Alfarius himself, effectively issuing a challenge to Rogel Dorn. How did that end up, Alfarius? Yes. Like the snowy tundras of Inuit. Rogel Dorn is an interesting type of anger. slow and steady, but as soon as it goes, God help you. Mm-hmm. And I think those shields also give them a slightly better invuln than their inbuilt, which is still pretty good. It's a 50-50 shot. If there was a way to get both, I'd have an argument, but there is not. That's part of the point. I've seen a few salamanders, theory crafters, combining them with a particular God damn my gas. To effectively using them as with a stratagem as mortal wound generators. I think it's 6 if I remember on the stratagem. On top of whatever else you're spewing out with those Flamestorm gauntlets. I think it's on a... I forget the exact wording of the stratagem. It might be on a wound roll of 6 or something. It automatically deals mortals up till 6, and then the rest just goes through as damage. If it's an addition, that'll be even better. Mm-hmm. One of the Lamb Raider Crusader variant has a 2 damage flamer, and as of the release, I think that is it. Also, as of a couple days ago, the Hellhound deals 2 damage and has AP. The new profile, isn't it 2 and 2? could have sworn it was 2-2. And the AP. Okay, you are right. It remained. It damage 1. And that's not out of a preview. That's out of Auspex Tactics actual codex review. The one with the chem cannon, yep. Which would be a right nasty weapon to use. Auto hits, wounds on 2s. D3 plus 3. No. Mm-hmm. 2d6, however, is rather swingy. All variants explode on 5. Yep. Mm-hmm. And of course, there's the turret weapon buff on the Beowulf, but Beowulf does not care. Which, if you need extra Melta, sure. But I actually consider it the weakest of the 3. Mm-hmm. Sad Marines. I'm hearing that the guard vehicles are going to lose it. Rogel Dorn and then all the Baneblades. Though I have also heard, and I believe just confirmed, that the Russ has saved 2. So what I mean is that that rules change was rolled directly into the codex rather than on the data slate. Mm-hmm. The one confirmation is Armor of Contempt is dead. I mean, no, a Hammer of the Emperor is dead. It's now a regimental doctrine that takes up both slots. Yeah, lose everything else just to turn your scions into Wound maulers. The exploding sixes. That is going to have to be clarified in an FAQ. That is definitely going to need clarified in an FAQ. If both hits generated auto wound or just the one. What do you mean? I think the Acadian Shock Trooper thing is a rule attached to that squad. Just like the Death Corps and Catachan have their own special rules directly attached to their squads. And I forget precisely what the Death Corps get beyond the 3 specials. The mini transhuman. The mini transhuman. The other question, and I have to go back into that video, is do they allow double ups on like the Cadians and the Kriegers? Because that was one of the things Auspex Tactics was iffy on. 2 Meltas, 2 Plasmas. Ew. Okay, on the Cadians, it's no double up. So it has to be like a Plasma Melto or a Plasma Flamer or... But the Kriegers are... It is 3. However, there is so many restrictions. The Plasma Gun, if you take it, prevents you from taking a box. And the other 2 cannot be Plasma and cannot double up. It increases the range of orders to like 24 inches. They are free on almost every one of these squads. Might as well retrofit every squad with one. Sad creaker noises. We have just the one damned kit. I will semi-agree with you. Mm-hmm. Okay, one other question I had with the Auspex Tactics video was, did they pull anything with the, whatchamacallit, the heavy squad? Yeah. Minor correction. An Acadian squad, which is slightly more expensive than an infantry squad, even though they'll probably use the same models for 90% of people. Confusion City. The the regular infantry squad is one special, one heavy. The Acadian is two specials, no double up. Okay, based on AP's codex review, no real change. The heavy weapons teams. The biggest change is all weapons cost the same. It doesn't matter if it's a las cannon or a heavy bolter, it costs the same. I think they were all reduced to like 5 points. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Hmm. I heard no rule on that. I was just skimming that video. Because I'm much more in favor of waiting until Laufer has his guard faction page updated. Amen to you. Though with GW's delivery ability, I wonder who's going to get their information first. Laufer can work fast if he's got the right scans. In some cases, in others, I've seen him do it in under a week. Oh, Eldar took forever. Two and a half. But you are right. He had to completely change the widgets of everything. And based on his to-do list, he's working on kill team stuff right now. He doesn't even have the guard stuff on his to-do list yet. Mm-hmm. I mean, outside of actual GW product, it's probably the best resource available. And I think Waha is just one of their sources. And I will agree, and due to the fact that the errors page on Laufer's Discord server is one of the most active pages on that server, 100% agree. He doesn't get everything right. Except in the Orcs Codex. He's an Orc player. Yeah, but pointing that out on your quick reference would definitely be a that guy thing to do. You try and use that in a game, and that guy comes over to your quick reference sheet and says, it's not there. That's actually the response I expected. Mhm. That sounds like a rabbit hole. Sylvaneth, the wood dryads in AOS. Sweet. And if I were to get into AOS, I'd go for the lizard folk. Yes, yes. Uh, you and your legions of the undead. Yes. And you already have spooky, scary skeletons, even if they aren't bone. What? Oh, I was referring to Necrons. Yes, very skeletal, but not actual bone. You ranting through a paintbrush. So you have to take the paintbrush's shame and go back to it. Hey, it's one of the reasons I love being on your night. All right, y'all.
Yeah, I thought you should know. Yeah. Sorry. I popped in because legit, I was like, does he know? Because it took me it took me a minute because I thought it was just me because sometimes Discord fucks with other people, and I thought it was just doing it to you.
Well, I say,
Sorry.
There we go. Now you guys can hear me. Hi everyone. Thank you for coming out for the Minions of the Zoo. I've been your minion host for this evening, and you haven't been able to hear me through the entire fucking hour. Yeah,
I shared it for you. I was like,
Yeah, no, like, the fucking, I plugged in my Yeti microphone, right? And I had to change it on Discord. Normally OBS is perfectly fine, and it keeps the settings, but I just checked, it defaulted to default. And default is apparently nothing. Not the onboard microphone, not the Yeti microphone, not the webcam microphone. I have 3 fucking microphones picking me up the entire time, but none of them were recording apparently for the fucking stream. Fucking hell. Oh well. Yeah.
I just dipped in because I was like, well, no one's watching, and I was like, well, fuck that noise. I'll at least watch. You know, if I do other things in the background, that's fine. And then I was like, wait a minute, something's not right.
They say Eeyore's just been having a conversation with himself the entire time.
Yeah, basically, I was like, this is interesting. And then, I mean, Cannibalistic was talking of potatoes and potatoes and potatoes, and I don't know what that's about, but...
Oh, well, that's fine. Anyway, we've been your minions. Thank you all for coming out. Be sure to watch tomorrow where Adam will hopefully not have his microphone muted the entire time. And, yeah. Take care, everyone. The zoo is closed.
Jeez.
Oh, well, it fucking doesn't matter. Good night,
No,
everyone.
it's not. No, it's fine. We all have moments.